What's up, guys? This is your girl Ashley Wells coming at you with a very interesting, juicy topic. I gotta say, this was a juicy topic, guys, because God, oh man. All right. Have you guys ever heard of a petty Betty? If you have not heard of what a petty Betty is, so a petty Betty or a petty Pauly are individuals who don't take a breakup very well. So they'll do legendary antics to get back and get even with that individual who's either cheated on them, dumped them, whatever may have you. So this juicy topic is about ooh, a couple that literally went petty Betty on each other. You know, she was a petty Betty, he was a petty Polly. This is why I always say, guys, if you are not happy with someone, break it to them lightly. But even then, let's just be real. A lot of people just can't take, regardless of how gently you put it down to them, they just can't take breakups very well. And this is honestly why many reasons why people ghost, block, go quiet, wherever it may have you, because people just can't, some people, not everybody, but some people just cannot handle being dumped or cheated on. You know what I'm saying? The explanations, they don't want to hear it, they can't deal with it, or they can't handle it. So what this couple did, oh my God, guys, and then the antics usually be just, sugar in the tank, bleach up someone's car or furniture or clothing. The guys, they see they're more mechanical, so they'll go so far and jack all the tires from the woman's car, all but one. So they'll take 3 tires and leave one, bust up the windows out the car. Both sexes is known for doing that. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. Even take it to the job. Embarrass each other, one another at the jobs, and this is what this couple did. Yeah. So the thing is, you can never know who a petty Betty or a petty Polly is gonna be, because some people just snap and not snap in a type way. They just literally just say, okay, you gonna do me wrong? Okay. Guess what I'm gonna do? Literally, it's like, guess what I'm gonna do to you next type stuff. So how you handle a petty Betty or a petty Polly? There is no way. There really isn't. I done been there to where now honestly, God, no, I've definitely had a petty Betty moment where an ex did not take well of, and we weren't even broken up. We were separated. So the situation was, I had it. I was ready to just move on in my life. She not take that very well. Didn't cheat on her or anything. I just literally just wasn't happy. And so what this chick ended up doing while I was at work, she packed up all my stuff in garbage bags and my little dog. And she brought all my ish to my job with my dog included. Now, I was a chef at the time. I worked as a cook. So she brings all this stuff to my job with the dog. And you guys know animals is not allowed on in fast food, any kind of restaurants, you name it. No, animals are not allowed. So she proceeds to bring all this stuff in our kitchen area. God bless my boss, because he rose up and he was like, no, we're not gonna have this. And not in a bad way against me, her. He was like, first of all, how dare you? And you ought to be disgracefully. Now, one thing, I'm very open about my lifestyle and what I'm going through. My coworkers, my boss knew, because that particular day I was going to leave early for work to get my things and to get everything up out of her house right after work. But she took it upon herself to make sure that happened a lot sooner. So when she had attempted to bring everything to my job, my boss was like, he called her out on her own character. So what she do next? Before I can get my car, because my boss was so cool, guys. God bless that man. He was so cool. He's like, Ashley, go ahead. We'll cover. You go ahead and get this situation taken care of. So before I can even get my car to put my stuff and my dog in the car and everything, this chick takes off and proceeds to bring all my stuff to my mother's house and sit it on her porch and knock on my mom's door. What do you think that was going to do? Yeah, sorry. When black people's parents don't even like the individual, it's not gonna work in your favor. I'm just gonna tell you that right now, because my mom didn't like her in the first damn place. My mother barely liked me, so it's just like, honey, you was just wasting effort all around. So, but yeah, and this is in the winter time, so I had my little guy, and if you guys see my vlogs, Rocco is a very tiny teacup chihuahua. Chihuahuas don't do good with cold. So that was even more disgustingly disgraceful itself right there. So guys, yeah, it's just like what you do and how you handle the situation. I always tell people to tread softly because you just don't know who and what you're dealing with. What they breaks might be. And it could be the most subtle, cool, laid back people that you wouldn't even think or thought would be capable of doing these type of actions. Seriously. So I would honestly say just kind of like when you first start talking to someone, see if they will admit or give out any indication if they're a petty Betty or a petty Pauly. I would start with that first. Just ask different questions like, so, blah, 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 blah. Have I committed petty Betty moment? Yes, I have. I have. It was, oh God. I was going to say one time, but it was twice. I did my petty Betty moments twice. Once in my mid-20s, and the other one was right before I got into my 30s. And so to speak, what did it for me was I literally came and asked this individual if they were cheating on me. She would, and I knew she was. She just wouldn't admit it. And how she cheated on me, it embarrassed the living hell out of me. It did. It embarrassed the hell out of me. And then what got me was we bought a car for this person, lost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I want to say it's probably the 10,000 marker of how much money I lost with this individual, apartments, jobs, everything. And then the person, I was working my butt off for us to get a house. And what happened was her excuse for her cheating on me was the fact that I worked too much because I had to, because she wouldn't keep a job. And she ended up cheating on me with this dirty, and I'm not saying it's just to be funny, but literally the person was disgusting. And I was like, you cheated on me for that? Honey, it's called come up, not a come down. You might want to get that to figure it out together. Because I'm like, do you, boo? And, just the craziest thing is how I really officially found out was she was supposedly going out with her friends. Now, one thing about the car I bought her was the trunk lock was broken, so you could just shove any key in that thing and then open it. So while she was in the shower, I was thinking like, one, ladies, guys, this is a good indicator if someone's cheating. The perfume or cologne you're wearing. If the individual starts wearing a different type of perfume or cologne other than their norm, might want to look into that. Because with her, she started wearing perfume, a particular perfume that I had never known her to even favor, much less look at. So that was the indication. So, and then body wash. The body wash changed as well too. So while she was in the shower, I looked in the car, and sure enough, I saw she had a little night bag with a little frickum outfit in there. She had alcohol that she'll never drink in there, all that stuff. So I said, okay. Then I happened to see a receipt in there for some roses. And then there was like some rose petals in there as well. So I was like, okay. So I'm not going to get into what my petty Betty moment was with that, but let's just say it was legendary. I'll put that in for another vlog. And then with the second, same similar type of situation, just literally just broke me till I finally broke. And with her, I just advertised her shenanigans. Because one thing I noticed about certain people is they like to hurt and harm people mentally and physically on a down low. They want to hide. They want to be undercover with how they treating people. And I was like, oh no, you picked the wrong one, because I'm going to launch and broadcast all your shenanigans out there. And that's exactly what I did. So again, I can't say the full notion of what I did because she might be on this channel. but I will say I just literally just put out there who she truly was, because she was hiding. Nobody, her family, her friends, no one really knew her true character. And I just put it out there, just exposed it. Yeah. So guys, if you're dealing with petty Betty, or possibly wonder if you're dealing with one, or petty Pauly, tread lightly. Tread lightly. Yeah. because you just never know. But I always put out there, guys, just ask questions, do your due diligence, because some petty betties, some petty polys can be very dangerous, as we see on the news many times, where couples just take it to the next level and harm each other, hell, even kill each other. So, guys, seriously, on this serious note, be careful who you are entertaining, who you are dating. You guys really need to start asking questions. Just stop just moving in with people and don't really truly know their true form, their true character. Take your time, okay? Because seriously, it could make a big difference, okay? Make sure you're dating someone that's very equally level-headed, calm, cool, collect, don't like arguing, don't like doing drama. You know what I'm saying? Just try to get you guys involved with some people who fits what your character is. If you calm, especially if you're calm, cool, collected. All right.